Well, hello. This is my video for World on Fire, pages 189 to 210. And in these pages, we are talking about market-dominant minorities. Specifically, we're talking about America and the Western world and how we differ from the non-Western world in the way our economy is set up. The fact that America does not have a market-dominant minority, in fact, it is a market-dominant majority. Mostly whites control the aspects of our economy in the Western world. With that token, the majority, the white majority, also has a political upper hand as well. They enjoy the market dominant majority status as well as the politically majority status, and that is different because in different parts of the world we might have a market dominant minority, but the majority will still run the democracy, and that could have disastrous consequences. Societies with a market-dominant minority have both class and ethnic conflict, whereas the United States just has ethnic conflict. This is part of the reason the U.S. has done so okay. Going back, the U.S. does not have those problems of ethnic and class conflict. Part of the reason is because in the Western world, the poor have been disenfranchised. Even though we have a huge pool of poor people, historically they've been not allowed to vote, not allowed to be joined in the political process. This is one reason why America and the Western world hasn't had these problems with these minorities that have been kept down. Also, the rise of the welfare state, government redistribution programs in the Western world, they are so advanced. A lot of wealth is redistributed through the government, through social programs. Also, the fact that Americans believe in the American dream. We believe in social mobility. We believe that no matter what someone's background, educationally, politically, socially, that with the right mindset, with the right know-how, they can become anything that they want. That social mobility in the undeveloped world is not really discussed. It's a non-starter. American racism as well. That, back in the 1800s, 1860s, when the blacks were freed, they were a very dominant majority in the American South. However, the rights to their suffrage, the right to vote, was denied to them, so that they had no way of taking part in the democratic process. That was another thing that really allowed America to kind of limp along throughout this whole time that we've had such gross inequality. The American South is compared to Weimar Germany before World War II. There are some distinctions in that the National Socialism ideas of Germany had no compatibility. The ethnic cleansing that happened in Germany had no comparison to the American South. However, the minorities that were picked on by the government, that their property was denied them, they were confiscated. Voting, they weren't allowed to vote. These are all things that Germany and the American South had in common. Finally, In inner cities, we find market dominant minorities, the Koreans, in LA and Chicago and a lot of the places. They own a lot of the businesses, a lot of real estate. However, they are part of the gross part of the majority. And finally, we have the browning of America. That we believe that, with all these intermixed couples having children and all the huge Hispanic influx, that these things will wrestle the market. Well, that will make a truly market dominant minority in the white race, but these things are just not seen as plausible. We have a society that's too free, that enjoys too much opportunity for mobility. And that's my video.